Greetings, sports fans, and Go Jays Go! It is Monday, April the 29th, which is the second last day of April. The time is 2:38 p.m., and the temperature here in downtown Toronto is around 11 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at Yonge-Dundas Square, that's located on the southeast corner of Yonge Street and Dundas Street West/East. And right in front of me is the Eaton Center, one of the North America's busiest shopping malls in downtown Toronto. And almost a week ago, they recently opened up a new food hall called the Queen's Cross Food Hall. And it's a all-day dining, and it's located at the south end of the lower level at the Eaton Center, right by the entrance to Queen Station, on line 1, that opened back in the year of 1954. And it features 16 unique food stalls, including 2 rotating pop-up stalls. They even have a stylish bar and cafe. And the seating capacity is for at least 300 guests. That means the food hall can fit at least 300 people inside the food hall. That's amazing. But for this one, I thought I would go inside the Eaton Center shopping mall and check out the new food hall. And the new food hall opened last Wednesday, April the 24th at 7 a.m. in the morning. And here's one of the busiest intersections, Yonge-Dundas. And it looks like I don't see the Belief guy. Normally he would wear an orange jacket, and he would normally stand on the northwest corner of Yonge-Dundas. But unfortunately, I don't see the Belief guy anywhere. And there goes a City Signs Seeing tour bus that's departing Dundas Square. And I see the entrance to Dundas Station. But I came through that other entrance on the southeast corner. So let's begin. I was going to use this entrance, the main entrance to the Eaton Center, but I'll be using the other entrance just a bit south of Shooter Street, which is coming up. And at Yonge-Dundas, you'll see the 2 scramble crossings, very much likely that you'll see at Yonge and Bloor near Yorkville. So I'll be walking south on the east side of Yonge Street. And just on the right used to be a Nordstrom. I think it was one of the biggest. I think it was one of the biggest stores at the Eaton Center, if not mistaken. Oh, there's GameStop. They even have a GameStop store at the Eaton Center as well. And as you can see, it is cloudy. No clear blue skies or sunshine, just clouds. And it looks like that this entrance that I'm seeing, is under construction. So I'm going to use the other entrance, just a bit south of Shooter Street, as I mentioned. And we'll be checking out the new food hall. The actual main food court is located almost on the north side of the Eaton Center. There's the home of Team Canada. So Shooter Street begins east of Yonge Street. And then we're looking east. There is Massey Hall. So I'll cross here and we'll walk south on the west side for a bit. So let's hope that the security doesn't give me shit, because even though we're not allowed to record inside the mall, but the thing is I have my DJI Osmo Pocket 2, so that no securities will realize that I'll be recording. That I am recording, I mean. So let's head inside. Oh, there's the Milestones Grill and Bar, which used to be Henry's. And just down these steps will lead you, I think, to the entrance to Queen Station, if I'm not mistaken. Down these steps right here. So the new food hall should be on the left. I have to walk south for a bit. And just way down there will lead you to James Street, Albert's Way, right by the exit. There is Victoria's Secret. And for me, it's been a while that I've done a video here at the Eaton Center. I mean, the last time I was here was a week ago. But I've been to this mall many times before. There is the Apple Store on the right. And look what I found. The Queen's Cross Food Hall. And it looks like I'm hearing music. But what we're doing is I'll be just doing a brief tour from the outside. I won't be going inside the food hall because there's going to be blasting music and I don't want to get a copyright match. But I guess I'll talk over the music. And this food hall is one of the I would say one of the new food halls at the Eaton Center. So we'll do a brief tour and then I'll head back to Yonge Street and then we'll head back north to Dundas Square. So again, the new food hall opened last Wednesday, April the 24th at 7 a.m. And it has been here for almost a week. Yeah, there's like blasting music playing inside the food hall. But I'll be doing a brief tour from the outside. At least though, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Maybe if I stand right here, or if I zoom in, the food court though at the new food hall doesn't look that bad. It doesn't even look that crowded to me on a Monday afternoon. And of course, there's a sign that says "Welcome to Queen's Cross Food Hall." You know, for me, I would have loved to go inside, but because they're playing music, I just don't want to get a copyright. That's all. Oh, I like how these letters change. It's so interesting. So what they have at the new Queen's Cross Food Hall, they have Happy Tangle, they have Gale's Fish and Chippery, Beauty's Fried Chicken, Red Sauce, Swanky Burger, Le Petit Cornichon, Crossbar, a Liberto Slice Shop. So they even have a pizza shop way down there too. That's awesome. Or actually, even though I did say I don't want to go inside because of music, maybe I guess we'll head inside and do a brief tour. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. Well, here we go. Oh, they have Christ cookies. Single cookie for $3.25. You can buy 2 cookies for $6, a half dozen for $17.50, and a dozen for $34. Oh, neat. There's Happy Tangle. They even have their menu too. They have 2 menus. Well, black bean beef for at least $19, and in general toast chicken for $14. They even have side salads. A cucumber salad for crispy shallots, pickled jalapeno and soy vinaigrette, toasted sesame seeds, and chili for I think $7. And a sesame slaw, marinated seaweed, nampa, cabbage, pickled carrot, and sesame for another $7. Wow, not bad. And there's a Gale's Fish and Chippery, and there's Beauty's Fried Chicken. There's Red Sauce. There's the Swanky Burger. This one's called Talas Cantina, if I'm mistaken. And they even have their menu too. cantina salad. Interesting. And they have Babel hummus bar. There's Le Pet or Le Petit Cornichan. Oh, they even have pizzas too. There's pepperoni pizza, there's cheese pizzas, but to be honest, I really like their pizzas. But the one at the Prince Street NYC Pizza is a bit better than here. But I'll definitely come back here one day and try it out. There's the Captain Neon sushi and bowls. And they even have the menu too. There's the poke bowl. There's sushi, making and more. Spicy salmon maki. Ooh. Interesting. So here's a view of the food hall. And they even have a seating capacity for at least 300. That means 300 guests can come to this food hall and check it out. And unfortunately, you can't bring any alcohol or beer or wine inside the food hall. Well, that was almost the entirety of the new food hall, the Queen Cross Food Hall. And there is the Queen's Cafe. Sorry. And there is the Shoppers Drug Mart. But I can't believe I was able to check out the new food hall at the Eaton Center. But I'll definitely come back here again very soon. Alright, so let's head back up the escalator and then we'll head back to Yonge Street. And I remember the staircase was under construction and they recently opened up for the Queen's Cross Food Hall entrance. And this is where it will lead you to Queen Street. Alright, so that was Queen's Cross Food Hall, the newest food hall that recently opened up back on April 24th. But to me, it's a very nice food hall. I can definitely tell. Alright, so I'll be heading back to Yonge Street, where I came from. And I'll head back north to Dundas Square. And I'll end things off. And so far, I'm not seeing any security guards that are telling me not to record. And I am so lucky, and I am so lucky that one of the security guards is not telling me to stop recording. Well, let's head back to Yonge Street. But one day I do have to try the Milestones Grill and Bar, which is right here. Although I do have to enter from Yonge Street. And we're back outside. And looking south, we'll be towards Queen Street, east/west. I can barely see the entrance to Queen Station, which is way down there. And look at all that smoke coming out. Oh, I know why, because they're probably doing they're still in the process of doing the Ontario Line construction, which will last for at least 4 years. And today, being April 29th, marks 1 year that they've closed off Queen Street between Broadview and McCall Street for the Ontario Line construction. And the Ontario Line will be connected to Oscar Station at the corner of Queen and University Avenue. Alright, now we're back at Chula Street. I'll be walking north on the east side corner until I arrive at Yonge-Dundas Square. You know, especially myself, I don't really record inside malls, but because they recently opened up the new food hall, I thought I would check it out, which I did. And I hope that I don't get a copyright matched music. And there's the root store. since this store originally opened back in 1973. Oh, there's Burger King. And what's very surprising is that Yonge Street is not even that crowded during the after rush hour, because it is only 3:04 p.m. and I'm not seeing any madhouse traffic here along Yonge Street. Oh, there's Popeyes, Lasagna Kitchen. I remember during New Year's Eve, Popeyes will be very, very, very packed.
These are wrapped down.
And I remember when I first met Johnny and Ken and Megan on our way back to Dundas Square from the waterfront after capturing the fireworks. Popeyes got so busy, especially right after New Year's. Look, there's someone singing. Hopefully I won't get a copyright for that. And we're back at YD Square. And I'm very surprised that YD Square hasn't been renamed to Sankofa Square. Because last year though, because last year they promised that later this year, in the coming months, they would rename Yonge-Dundas Square to Sankofa Square. And if that was the case, they would rename at least 3 stations that are at Dundas Street, such as Dundas Station, St. Patrick, and Dundas West stations. But for me, I would just keep it as Yonge-Dundas. Why not? Because it is located at Yonge-Dundas, so it makes sense if they would. It makes sense to say it as Yonge-Dundas Square. But the funny thing is, I would normally call it Yonge-Dundas Square or Dingy Square. Whatever it is. And I'm back to seeing the city signs, seeing tour bus. And the cost for it is around $60. I mean, it's not really that expensive for a tour bus ride. I mean, it is somewhat. I mean, it is somehow is, but I mean, $60 for a city science tour bus ride. I mean, it could be somewhat very expensive, but to be honest, I don't think I ever rode these buses before. Maybe one day I will. Maybe not by myself. Maybe I'll bring Henry, Liam, my family, or any of my friends, or one of my friends, I should say. And normally at the Eaton Center, when I go to a food court, I would always get Jimmy the Greek, chicken souvlaki for at least $14.49. Oh, let's check out this polar bear here. So here it says, Poly shows the types of plastic that can end up in our environment, forming the basics for important discussions about how we can make better choices about plastic use and ensure its appropriate disposal. So unfortunately, this polar bear has passed away this year in the year of 2024. This polar bear was born in 1974, according to this sign here. And this polar bear has been living for 50 years. That's a really long time. 50 years. And it's even from the Toronto Zoo. I can even plan my visit to the Toronto Zoo. I can even visit their website at thetorontozoo.com to buy my own tickets. And there's also a few more signs that I want to read. So here it says, in the study of the stomach contents of 51 polar bears in the southern Beaufort Sea between 1996 and 2018, researchers found that 25% had plastic in their stomachs, including clear plastic shopping bags and heavy-duty black garbage bags. Wow. But I mean, it is so sad that these polar bears have passed away. So sad. It's a waste of the environment. But look at those eyes. They're so beautiful. So adorable. Oh, there goes the city sightseeing tour bus. My name is Poly Bear. So the polar bear is made entirely from plastic waste that was otherwise designed for landfill, which was gathered from local organizations, the Toronto Zoo site, and zoo staff. Yeah, rest in peace to this polar bear. Very sad. So sad. And speaking of the Toronto Zoo, I do plan on to go to the Toronto Zoo and make a video, because I don't think I've ever done a video at the Toronto Zoo. So I can take two bus routes. I can take the 85B Shepherd East that only runs on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, from Don Station to the Toronto Zoo, or I can take the 86 Scarborough from Canning Station to the Toronto Zoo, located on Meadowville Road, a bit north of Shepherd Avenue East, in the city's East End, which is still in the borough of Scarborough. And I see a 505 Dundas streetcar. It's gonna head east to Broadview Station. And again, I'm still not seeing the Belief guy on the northwest corner of Dundas and Yonge. So I am back to where I started this video. And I do apologize for some mumbling in my words in this video. I mean, sometimes I do mumble, but the thing is, because the thing is, when I talk, sometimes I talk fast, or at least though I try to talk slow as I can. But when I'm like super excited, I tend to talk fast and I mumble sometimes, but that's okay. Like I struggle with like getting words out of my mouth properly. So there goes the 505 Dundas streetcar heading eastbound. But I think we've reached the end of the line. So I'm going to end my video right here. So I hope you enjoyed the tour around the Eaton Center, as well as checking out the new food hall at the Queen's Cross Food Hall that opened back on April 24th. That was last Wednesday at around 7 a.m. Oh, look what I found. There is the 97C Yonge bus. That's the new Nova Hybrid 7106 Hybrid Electric. That's a 2023 hybrid bus. Look at that. I was gonna end my video, but I can't believe I've captured the northbound 97C Yonge bus. Well, maybe I'll capture it leaving, but then I'll head back to my normal spot. Just want to get a closer look. But there is the 97C Yonge bus. It's gonna head north up to Eaton Station. Alright, there it goes. Oh, finally, good timing. And there is another 505 Dundas streetcar, 4477. Well, that was neat. I know I did say I want to end my video right away, but when I first saw the 97C Yonge bus, I thought I would capture it leaving. And I think the 97C Yonge bus used to terminate south at Queens Quay and Yonge Street. But the 97C heading south from Eglinton will only terminate at Front Street west. And I just recorded the 97C Yonge bus last, I think 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, April 16th, from here at Yonge-Dundas Square to Eglinton Station in Midtown Toronto, aka Johnny Strides Land. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I have an Instagram account at SapanTTC Explorer. And there is a super thanks button in this video if you wish to say thanks that way as well. So I'll be hopping inside Dundas Station on line 1. And I'll probably make some more videos before I head back home. And you can definitely tell that Yonge-Dundas have a few sketchy people like dinguses, and I always have to watch my surroundings too, because there could be a lot of dinguses around here, especially in downtown Toronto, such as Yonge-Dundas, one of the busiest intersections, where there's lots and lots of people. Because around this area they have lots of stores, patios, restaurants, and especially this mall too, one of the North America's busiest shopping malls, and that is the Eaton Center. Right down there is Victoria Street, and when you take Victoria Street, it will lead you north to TMU, formerly Ryerson University. And yeah, and they even have a Dollarama lunch restaurant, Spring Sushi, all you can eat. There's a beer store, Winners, a Blaze Pizza. I recently went to the Blaze Pizza at Yonge and Shepherd on the northeast corner in the borough of North York, and I have to say their pizzas are really good. But the ones I think, to be honest here, I think Pizza Nova is a bit better than any kinds of pizzas. But I mean, I do like all, but mostly I like Pizza Nova a bit better than any other kinds. But anyways, I hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday afternoon / evening. And also, I forgot to mention this. Later this evening, around 7 o'clock, the Jays game will be playing. The Jays will be playing against the Kansas City Royals. And unfortunately, I won't be able to go to the Royal Center to watch the Jays game versus Kansas City Royals, because I do have work tonight. And I think Henry, Liam, and Mark D will be going to the Royal Center to watch the Jays game. The Jays versus the Blue Jays versus the Kansas City Royals. But I'll definitely be watching either on Henry's stream or Liam's stream, so that I can pretend I'm actually there, even though I'm not there. So it's go Jays go. I hope that the Jays win. I remember 2 weeks ago, back on April 15th, I originally went to the Royal Center with Henry, Liam, and Boom. We were watching the Jays game, the Blue Jays versus the Yankees, and the good news was the Jays won over the Yankees. But let's hope that for this game, the Jays versus the Kansas City Royals, let's hope that the Jays win this time. Oh, there's the Uniqlo store right down there, where the Nordstrom used to be. Anyways, I've talked too much. I know my goodbyes are really long, but I will see you guys next time, and enjoy your Monday afternoon, and stay safe, and I will see you guys soon. Adios.